Hello everybody, welcome to GIS Pathshala, Grade 8 Social Science Geography. Now our topic is mineral and power resources. Mineral and power resources. We have seen about the minerals, how the minerals are existing from the soil also, and all the things regarding the minerals we have seen. How we have to conserve the mineral. Minerals are also very important. Now we will see the power resources. Power resources are those resources which are used to generate power or energy. See, power resources are those resources which are used to generate power and energy. We also need power for industry, agriculture, transport, communication, and defense. Power resources may be broadly categorized in conventional and non conventional resources. See now, coal, petroleum, natural gas, water, and nuclear fuels are the main sources of power. All these are the sources of power. The modern world runs on power. You know the modern world runs on power only. Now the power resources, conventional resources and non-conventional resources. See, conventional resources, oil, natural gas, firewood, hydropower, all things. Hydropower, all things are coming. And non-conventional resources means solar energy, wind energy, biogas, tidal energy, nucleus energy, geothermal energy, all are coming in non-conventional resources. Now we are going to see today is the conventional source of power. Conventional source of energy are those which have been in common use for long time. See, conventional source of power means those sources of energy which have been in common use for a long time. From for a long time we are using. Firewood and fossil fuels are main two conventional source of energy. Now we are seeing about the coal. Coal is organic in nature. Coal was the basic of the industrial revolution in the 18th century. It was used to produce steam power, which provides the main driving force in running. Machinery in factories, railways, locomotives, and ships all are running on coal. This is most abundantly found fossil fuel. See, coal is the most abundantly found fossil fuel. It is used as a domestic fuel in industries also. Coal is the other form of industries such as iron and steel, steam engines generate electricity. Electricity from coal is called a thermal power. See, electricity from coal, using the coal, people are making electricity, that is called a thermal power. The coal which are using today was formed millions of years ago. Coal is therefore referred to as buried sunshine. Coal is referred as a buried sunshine. Now, after coal is firewood is there. Settlers planted trees around their farms. Trees broke up the fires winds that hold across the prairies. Trees provided firewood and fruit. Means what is the firewood is used widely used for cooking and heating. In our country, more than 50% of the energy used for villages come from firewood. See, mostly all are working on firewood only. Remains of plants and animals which are buried under the earth for millions of years and got converted by the heat and pressure into fossil fuels. Fossil fuels such as coal, petroleum, natural gas are main sources of conventional energy. Means firewood is widely used for cooking and heating. In our country, more than 50% of the energy used by village is from firewood. Mostly they are cutting the wood from the forest, and that wood they are using for in the fire for cooking also in winter season also. Now petroleum, the petrol that keeps your car running as well as that oil that keeps your cycle for speaking both begin as a thick black liquid called petroleum. Both are the, see, oil is there and petrol is there. Without petrol you cannot run your car. Both things are called the petroleum. It is found between the layers of the rock and is drilled from the oil fields located in offshores and coastal areas. See where you can find that petroleum under the liquid petroleum under the layers of rocks, between the layers of rocks. This is then sent to refiners. Means from there Between the layer of rocks, they are drilling the oil, and then it is sent to the refineries where they are refining the things. And after refining, this is then sent to refineries which processes the crude oil and produce a variety of products like diesel, petrol, kerosene, wax, etc. And these all petroleum and its diversities are called black gold. It is known as black gold, found in the rocks of the territory age. 60% petroleums come from Mumbai High. See, in India, the 63% petroleums come from Mumbai High, 18% from Gujarat Ankleshwar oil field, 16% from Assam Digboy. See, Assam Digboy is the oldest oil refinery in India. Digboy Assam is oldest oil field in India. Petroleum refineries act as the nodal industry for synthetic textile, fertilizers, and numerous chemical industries. Other these type of industries depending on the petroleum industries. Now natural gas. See, natural gas is found with petroleum deposits and it released when crude oil is brought to surface. Natural gas is found with petroleum deposits and is released when crude oil is brought to the surface. It can be as a domestic and industrial fuel. It is used in domestic and industrial use. Russia, Norway, UK, and Netherlands are the major producer of natural gas. Russia, Norway, UK, and Netherlands are the major producers of natural gas. In India, Jaisalmer, Krishna Godavari Delta, Tripura, and some areas offshore in Mumbai have natural gas resources. These places in India got the natural resources. Very few countries in the world have sufficient natural gas reservoirs for their own. Very few countries in the world have their own natural gas reservoirs. See, environment friendly owing low carbon oxide emission, used of CNG, compressed natural gas in vehicles found in Krishna Godavari Basin, Gulf of Cambay, Andaman and Nicobar Island and Mumbai High. Transport through pipelines. It is transported through pipelines. Hazira, Vijapur, Jagdishpur is the longest 1700-kilometer pipeline that transport natural gas from Hazira in Gujarat to Jagdishpur in UP. See, it is given that this is the natural gas is sent through the pipelines. So the Hazira Vijaypur, Jagdishpur gas line is there, pipeline is there. That is the longest one, 1700-kilometer long. And from Hazira in Gujarat to the line is going to Jagdishpur in UP. Where is Gujarat and where is UP? You see, it's a so big line, pipeline system is there. After that, hydel power. Rainwater or river water stored in dams is made to fall from heights. See, rainwater or river water stored in dams made to fall from heights. The falling water falls through pipes inside the dam. The falling water falls through pipes inside the dam over turbine blades placed at the bottom of the dam. At the bottom of the dam, they are placing the turbine. The moving blades then turn and generate to produce electricity. Whatever the water is coming from upper side and the turbines are there. In turbines, the moving blades are there. Those moving blades turn and generate to produce electricity. This is called hydroelectricity. The water discharged after the generation of electricity is produced by hydel power. 1/4 of the world's electricity is produced by hydel power. The leading producer of hydel power in the world are Paraguay, Norway, Brazil, and China. Some important hydel power stations in India are Bhakranangal, Gandhisagar, Nagarjun Sagar, and Damodar Valley projects. These are some of the projects in India of hydel power. Now we will see about the oil and natural gas, advantages, disadvantages. See, oil. Easier to transport. Oil is easier to transport, that is advantage. In basis of petrochemical industry. Okay. Now disadvantage, depletion of oxygen due to oil spillings and gas leakage. Pollutants release caused acid rain, and exploration of new fuel is not easy. An advantage, easier to natural gas. What is the advantage of natural gas? Easier to transport through pipeline. Cleaner than oil and coal, and cheaper than oil. See, these are the advantages of oil and natural gas, and the disadvantage whatever is given. Now we will see the conventional sources of energy, firewood and coal. See, firewood, what are the advantages? Easy to access, means available, provides energy to a large number of people. Many people get energy at a time. At a time, but many people can get it. Collection is time consuming. See, firewood, the collection is time consuming. They have to cut the wood and they have to collect and they have to bring the home. After bringing home, they have to keep it properly. Polluting. So what is the smoke is coming after the firewood is burning? That is the pollution, creating the pollution. Promoting greenhouse effect. Greenhouse effect, it is promoting means the level of carbon dioxide is increasing. And deforestation. And we are cutting the trees for the wood. So that is the deforestation. Now coal. Extensively available and efficient conversion to electricity, extensively available, and we can convert electricity also from the coil. And disadvantage, polluting source. When coil is burning, the smoke of the coil is also creating harm to the atmosphere. It is also create a pollution. Bulky to transport. In transport it is bulky. Now hydel power, non polluting, promote advantages. Non polluting hydel power, non polluting advantages are promotes irrigation and fishing and cheap. These are the hydel power advantages. And disadvantages, displacement of local community, inundated low lying regions, low lying regions, and expensive to set up. The setups are expensive, low lying regions are indebted, and the displacement of local community. Local community can do the displacement. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of these things are given. Conventional source of energy, we have said, basic the conventional source of energy are those source of energy which have been in common use for a long time. Since long time, these things are common in use, like coal, wood. You are knowing these things are commonly in use. Petroleum, since long time we are using all such type of things. But after that, new things are coming that we will see in our next video lecture. Thank you.